Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video in which I will talk about a significant number of benefits that the ReviColl MAX product offers, and it is a very interesting product precisely because of its multifunctionality and synergistic action of individual ingredients. My name is Pavel Suchanek. I work in the Atheromatous Research Laboratory at the Institute for Clinical and Experimental Medicine. It is in this area of research on prevention and treatment of atheromatous. Much attention is paid to fish oils and vitamin D, for example, but importantly, much less attention is paid to other supportive substances. Today, we will focus mainly on this synergy, on how the individual ingredients in a given product support each other's effects, precisely because fish oil or vitamin D itself does not perform 100% of its functions. Why am I talking about this? My colleagues and I, co-founders and managers of the FitBee Diet Clinic, which has more than 6 branches across the country, we work not only with people who are sick, but within the framework of so-called therapeutic nutrition. My colleagues and I also work, for example, with people who practice sports intensively, whether professional or competitive athletes, with parents of children who are very intensively involved in sports, or with teenage children. At the same time, I work with Nutrivy based on scientific knowledge because I am a member of the Scientific Council, and we talk very often about the importance of knowledge transfer from the field of science to business. ReviColl MAX is a perfect example because there are lots of companies on the market that produce dietary supplements, and almost every one of them always has fish oil and vitamin D. But there is a big but. They do not go beyond this knowledge, while ReviColl MAX significantly expands the possibilities of using fish products in the context of supporting human health. Because if we add, for example, peptide fractions from fish collagen and calcium from fish bones, we also add vitamin K, which is very important for blood clotting and removing calcium deposits from the organs and blood vessels. When we combine all this with vitamin D, vitamin A and vitamin E, we suddenly obtain a product with a more comprehensive effect, which, though mutually supporting components, allows, on the basis of synergy, to achieve a much more comprehensive range of action than simply affecting blood vessels and possibly blood flow. It is essential to realize that even these oils and fish fats must be adequate in terms of quality and at the same time must offer a much broader range of activities, not only affecting, for example, the level of triglycerides or blood flow. For instance, we know that fats from marine fish improve the use of fat as an energy source during muscle work. As a result, ReviColl MAX not only affects blood flow and reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, but can also significantly facilitate physical activity. Vitamin D in the composition, which is also essential for muscle work and fatigue, supports immunity. And if we add fish collagen peptides to these ingredients, we suddenly get a formula that not only affects immunity, also the condition of blood vessels, because it supports collagen production and restores flexibility of blood vessels. Why? Because vitamin K, which we also have here, pulls calcium out of these calcified blood vessels and places it in the bones, reducing the risk of osteoporosis, and thus we obtain a multi-directional action of the ingredients, working together on the principle of synergy. And suddenly, we can talk about ReviColl, concerning osteoporosis in relation to physical activity, about immunity, about brain function, because proper blood flow to the brain is also very essential, and vitamin D, fish oils, and vitamin K2 MK7 are responsible for this as well. It means that focusing solely on one area in other brands often proclaims insufficient knowledge of the whole issue. On the other hand, the composition of ReviColl MAX is evidence of in-depth knowledge and careful use of scientific information, resulting in products with a more intensive effect and a much broader range of applications within different target groups. By combining these ingredients and having more ingredients together in one product, we can achieve a much broader range of impacts on the body. not only in terms of blood flow, but also in terms of immunity, the musculoskeletal system, better brain function, and thus we can support the body much more than one would expect, for example, by using only fish oils with vitamin D. That's why these products are so interesting, and that's why I am a member of the Scientific Council, because we are trying to improve the quality of these products based on scientific knowledge so that the range of their effects is at most comprehensive as possible and most interesting, and that is important.